Happy new month. Today na the 1st of April 2023. It's Saturday. Everything goes. President's bill where they go across. You get one word where you can talk say. In not even 5 years yet. Well, inside this week, the 4th of April, go make 5 years where you be go take the oath of office. That net na the symbol. So I can't wait after the 4th of April. Waiting I go here they talk like if you go still they say I not even 5 years yet. But Titi no say na Saturday. Something there where I be one for talk about where be don't they escape me. And today it no balance me. Who say I want for start? Now the toll road. Yes. Now I tell me the. I they talk about the toll road. Who say even before they done, we be don't begin for pay for the road. They don't done, me want for feel. Because I go across from Hastings to Masheka couple of times where I don't see the paper work again at the toll road. But few things then they will come to my attention. And I don't think then they I want to remind the government of Sierra Leone about. Yes, 25 years contract. Who they check, who not they check. I don't know if about years or about how they pull their money. I don't know. But at 25 years then gets any kind way they pull their money. One thing we will already see, even when they say price of things then they go up, the toll road no go up. You notice that? Yes. I was saying I only don't stay stagnant. From when they begin, how the price day, 30 day, na so the price day. Which is good for we the citizens them, yes? Because we don't even know if them don't pull their money save something and a profit someone now take go. We don't know that one day. But when the toll be open, then be the sweep. It been clean around them plaza, around the booth area. Because what then driver then they do, as then give them, then change and the receipt, now they then they eat the receipt. And so the driver then they do. As then give them then change and the receipt, then take the money, the paper, the Ibana Grande. 2023, I notice say they know they sweep again. They know they sweep. I don't ask question. I be the ride with somebody the other day. You know, it will be instead of ask them question. The one they walk, they know what they tell me. They say, Papa, but they are who not tell them ba. Because who don't take tea, who don't talk tea, then they agree listen we. I say, so they agree listen una. But the place dirty. All the tickets them when they throw it. No, oh, you go say, oh, well, now the drivers them. Eh? Now the drivers then they can throw it and they. If they not throw it and they, in not true. Now the drivers them, now then they throw it and they. Then throw it who side and give it. So then supposed for sweep day. Then me they sweep day trade. So what's happening now? What's happening with the Chinese man then now? When they agree for hire people who they sweep again. Oh, it's Sierra Leone. They say don't can join we. Eh? They say to be the care for self. Eh? But the place dirty. It dirty. It did days. Now show the paper then they fly. They know they sweep. So no it's pule uda TB. I begin for try for one for no more. So myself I begin chuk. This now wait here learn. We be not say before the election 2018, this particular administration within now be the point finger. Be the point finger for that road day. For say, now bad deal, 25 years, we'll come, we go can do A, B, C, D. Now make I ask you, from what President Bill come, you ever hear it talk about that toll gate? The toll road? You ever hear anybody by the administration talk say, we go can look inside that? You ever hear it? Because the same Chinese, now them back this administration they try for sweeting. So when they try for sweeting now investment they think say they go run at no. And what in a land say people in this administration they go na that Hastings Plaza na they the headquarters dey. Then they go collect envelope. Yeah, na so I say. Alan say people in this administration they go na the toll gates, the toll road, the plaza na Hastings. Now they go collect their own envelope them. So una they go collect. Now make una self from on campus una not talk about them. And what's in I back say certain individuals them, but if una keep doing or they can't call una name then certain individuals them when they reach day, they know they agree for pay the toll. Yes. They don't agree for pay the toll when they pay the private motoka them. Even if the government motoka save them they don't agree pay. You the next day what you do, they can't call your name now. You when they say the last thing you block for waiting 4,000 leons, 4,000 leons. You block only one day they behind you. You block, you say no they pay. But so they go call management inside where they can say for left you for go. For 4,000 leons so. You say because waiting do, you know back by this administration. And I say because you say now back by this administration, so that 4,000 leons day, you not for pay. So you block all one them. Time na money, but we not care, that's alone. You want to make statements. How the Chinese man go sweep? Because they say them tell them, then they give them back talk, say the money them for use for sweep, then they give the government. Now so they say now so the Chinese man they talk. They say the money them for use for sweep, then they give government. Pan brown envelope. So now make themselves not care again. Where you come, 4,000, you know how for pay. It's a Kuroma say make a call name. No, I don't call name yet, sir. But the person know himself. And not to one self. Not to one. They know themselves. They know themselves. For 4,000 leons. You want to tell me say you no get her? Or is it that because nah you didn't have power, so 4,000 leons you cannot pay? In money you? Well, if you the money you expect the money we say for. Yes, convoy no they pay. When they pay convoy, they know they pay. Then they zoom pass zoom. They don't save 2 lanes for them or 1 lane. Convoy no they pay. Then we know. Convoy no they pay. But seriously though, as if I describe the person, I didn't describe nobody na a short one, tall one, fat one, slim one. You get Bokuya, you get Molid. Yes. But they know themselves though. As it is now, the one the way they walk now the toll gates. We don't get opportunity for talk to them behind the camera, behind the scene. They tell we say, then they make better money. But could you believe, say, they know they pay them on time? Yes. They know they pay them on time. The last time, few pan they want to be ala. They want pay, they for pay, they for increase money, then fire the whole. Nothing not come up behind it. They replace them. You know, say right now, the job opportunity limited. Illimited. So then I'll begin as we want pay, waiting, things then don't they go up and then get at them. I think 12 of them and then get at them. And so well, it look like say una no look understand. Una go it first. Yes. And they talk about the toll gates. Eh? And they talk about. And they talk about this administration, people in the day where they go collect brown envelope. Now I make now to the boot area there, they're all dirty. They're not the sweeper. Well, if you get somebody in a tongue, yeah, where they pass now that toll gate, a big, tell her, ask the one day where they work, they say, "Bo, how you dirty so?" Let you waiting and they tell you. Say, Papa, sometimes if you not talk, then go hear you now. Because you don't talk, they know they hear you. If you not talk, then go hear you now. So don't talk. Oh. If you meet up the guy one now, he ain't go tell you, say, They say, "I'll tell you government now that they can't collect brown envelope." Eh? Not to say BD. Right, and then the advantage with us, imagine they pay for a road, a toll road, we not get lights. If this administration self be able can quit them small, say about 25 years, we not put lights on that road today. Because until the past administration, then they save that contract today for other person. Then until now, then where they can fix the light, they add 1,000 loans back by the money, so for the lights, who they pay for her. But how go able to pay for road? Where lights not there? You don't think, huh? Or you don't think so deserve them? A toll road. And not of us say that one lane be done there already. But we not get lights. Still they pay. Like I tell you, for say, now the one game thing I want them for now, we constant na salon. From when they begin to date, they no increase price. We say business is good. Of course, business good. They no one can increase price just now. Then government can say, "Ibo, una add pa the bad name. Una come. Law can check ba. Why una for increase this price? Pantol. Why una for increase? Una come allow check." So they say, then they play dumb. Eh? Then they play dumb and then Terry say, well, if they put small bin, I don't think say go work Terry. Because what you know, now the driver they throw the receipt na gone. Unless if you say, if they ask driver say you want the receipt or not, which I feel to say, yes, for say, no, I know I receipt, just give me change. So on this self, so not your mother self, you give you receipt, you just give you change. But now the receipt, mostly, now the receipt where they give, then they throw in a ground. You know, I put dirty inside motoka. Now give me money, let they go phone. If that is an option, where accountability go still there, because all they can, also this, so they go to stores, then they ask you one receipt, yes or no. I know one receipt, you come out there. But yeah, I know one receipt as alone. Yeah, I don't know how, but I not say they get camera, they already snap them to cut them. I know that they. Yeah. And he just say, he said that the Dabaru go start for opt out of receipt if they begin asking for save throwing that receipt there. I don't think say anybody. May I get some boku one? And it's a way because I pass 2-3 time I go pay, I go collect. Unless if I get exact change, I know it stop. Why you? I don't. But I feel to say the authorities concerned, the toll gates, the different areas they modern day, the dirty don't pass mark. And then sweep again like how they sweep first thing. They say the sweeping money, they don't put in an envelope, they don't give you now. Well, when I feel possible, they go sweep, they know. Since they don't give you the sweeping money, when I feel possible, they go sweep, they do ya. Or they big. And me, I dey plead for making a look into the light. We dey pay. Keke dey pay. Bike na free. Bike na free. Keke na 1,000. That na the tricycle. Car as in sedan, saloon cars na 2,000 leons. SUV, not so SUV, CUV, all na 4,000 leons. Even the poda they all na 4,000 and that I didn't fall. The like 6-wheelers, them na 18,000 leons. Each stop, we get 3 stops from Hastings to Masheka. At 3 stops we get. And I saw it on the day. So what do they say? Do ya? When I light up the road. While when I engage in small bar, how much they don't make? This not about how much you raise, Now by the year. Street solar lights not the under, sir. Now the toll road, you know the day. From Calabar Town, PNB Calabar Town, by Choitram, Terich Masheka. Fofinanga left. It's already Toyota Prado. I must know those ones we call them SUV. Oh, you call them SUV? We call them Toyota Prado. Then are 4,000 leons. Now your mango block toll gate for you now pay 4,000. He said because in a part of the administration. It is to say even for paint safe, they need to paint again. He say the toll gate it change color, you don't believe. Say the dirty they all around now, which is true though. Right now, they don't forget about toll gate. Right now, we're only at the new airport. And they will be at the new airport. It needs be the thing today. Because right now, the kind hypo the new airport gets. And I was like, I wish they each government will come. Not to the wire. I mean, by the basic, the light, the water, hospital, the nyam business. I wish say they challenge themselves for that one day. Because as it is now, the previous administration will say, I will be do road. Yes. This one will say, well, we do airports. I see somebody they comment say President building airport. He said Papa God. He said if person go na President building airport, he not take selfie, then you get which. So na President building get the airport. I don't know say na get a move. na MP. Eh? That's I recount the people already pass President being airport. I get the number what they look for. As he reach that number, President Bill they pay for that airport. $270 million. As he reach the number. Eh? So the one who the guy say President Bill airport. When I left for Guy, Issa say, he said not to President Bill, he said no, President Bill not talking. So that the people say that the guy say that President Bill airport. Say President Bill airport. I said they count. The number they as he reach that number we just go hand over everything to President Bill. Say the pa they are sir. They say na he get this airport. Who say for one give but pay for her no more now. Eh? Pay for her. And the judge say, he said with time, the toll gets it degrade. He said the same thing will happen to the airport if they not put measures them together. Okay. You know what think Hamburg investment na salon? Na freebie. Freebie. Yes, Suma 25 years, then get the money back from the airport. We all want better flying price for going to the airport. We all want, me want them, I don't know for you. Me want better flying price for go salon. Eh? We know say President Bill, he dey fly. Talk and go, talk and car. Eh? He dey fly. So now one part the person we go for use the airport. Boku. Pass boku citizens them. Eh? So when go the user, the government go they pay, or then they pull up at the government in your share, or enough for pay. Because now that one day first, now they begin Hamburg investment too. Because the government then they like the free. And then they use them bere pass we. And because I not go want, then they begin give President Bill free. Then they find other side for get the money back. Eh? You get to see? Eh bon adem papa. Les pass. Na the pikin na the ugo bill. Na the pikin na ugo bill. So when the administration when they work there, then get the only way, then they pass fantare up and down, then no say na we the sufferer. Eh? So do ya. If una dey go ask safe for free. Eh? If una dey go ask for free, we dey beg una. Una ask back say wait, this free una dey give. Una go put am for the pikin them. If not una pay. Una pay. Ah. He say, hey, well, una for pay for it. No. Bruh, una dey pay o. The per diem alone. I say una dey pay for that day. What who dey pay? Let them pay. The kind body no gets force. If that one they no do, look at they don't come yonder. Let person no go wake and save. Let them pay. Because a lot of times now so people them in authority they do. They go outside, even now then they supply, okay, can supply government. The government now begin to turn it. Begin to turn say left buff and say now worry. Hey, who knows how they put her? Who they go money back? Eh? Who they go money back? So they are Pauni Depend safe. That private jet working kind of zoom at the presidential terminal yonder. Until the arrangement proper. On a pas small shares and they pull and they offset them. No problem. But anything where private jet go do, or where people who they can fend the president go do, where we then go can put tamper. No. Who they big? There. Who they big go? Don't begin use the airport. Now we Kotojul they say the bridge is still in mind. Eh? A judge left. A judge say 25 years. He said by the time of the airport go belong to Salon. We're going to our old age now. If Allah give you long life. Eh? Mame Kamara. Are they talk me on? You say can talk you on. Yeah? Ben Kamara is 17 together. They don't put money, but if you get that's safe. Eh? But seriously though. Do ya? Una they go make arrangements for the get them free at the airport. If na something una for pay for there. If them for offset and inside wait una for collect, una do and day. Una no can put the bill per we. It's already expensive to go to Sierra Leone. Una no add the bill per we. Do ya? Eh? Aha. I say it ask which bridge? The Lunge Bridge. He outline all things. Suma they can build 5-star hotel near the airport yonder. Then they build 5-star hotel there. And they left and do the bridge. And they now all the wait for. Eh? Okay. Well, I think say now the one and the we I don't know if some people don't understand. But not to every day. Some man, something and they just left the normal. Let them be. Just a quick follow-up of things that will be happen during the week. Eh? I just said they don't change the plan for the bridge. Now underwater now. Okay, we wait. Any sound that can go, we go there. Mohamed Gento Kamara, the businessman who turned politician. He been there on the news for waiting he go talk na that mosque. We self na ya be lay on a table where I say in choice of words them where he use. He be get an opportunity for correcting himself na 98.1 Itawa. He say wetin go apologize for. He gets a second opportunity with Lamrana when one of the video then nande we go viral our platform. Eh? Inside this week, well they done so. It be still tower, but it look like say then we don't tell her. But we want go to upper Lamrana, but Lamrana no allow her. He can't go na one corner. And then Bubia, I have been saying I have to make it talk. I saw it talk. But was that really an apology though? Because first, he said, why make her apologize? It's our for so. He said, why make her apologize? Why? You know, why make her apologize against my own belief? That's what he said. He said making apologize against his own belief. And he still say, well, after the video they see, they know you get the lengthy one. Now yeah, we be get the opportunity to play the long one. The long one, you know, be even worse past that short one. Because the long one, now they catch the crew them. You look like with your own kind of history. Before you go now for the Christian and Muslim business. But the saddest part in Sierra Leone, when things they like that one day happen, now they take no the one people them when a patriot na the country. Isa Kuruma say, me for accept say, na later, na Jane to realize that. Isa, but that same question dey. We lamrana jaga before he finally give up. And so he be. But again, was that really an apology? Because they might tell us. Apology, if it come from the heart, you do not say, I don't make mistake. No, no goody. No, no goody. Because as soon as that same thing they come, you go say, okay, I don't realize, you know what thing, I apologize. But now by the same statement, and they say, why if I apologize against something you believe? But I will know it's an apology. So no left and so this way they say accept it. Yeah. There we go. But in this same case, we begin get civil society them where they come out, they make statements where they make you wonder, say, what to? How did we get here? No, how we reach here? How we reach here? How? Mambu. Na him pick stone. Na him lick camp at the monk. Nasrallah. Die. He's saying they give Nasrallah 21 days. For make he step down as SLAJ president. What him do? Because Nasrallah make statement about gentle in words we used at the mosque without Nasrallah no go ask gentle first. Because a gentle you word that one day. Therefore don't ask me first what I mean. But because they don't ask me, hey Papa God. What you be talking here? What you talking here? I talk say, yes, SLAJ come out with a statement because what you know, they don't talk on that hate speech and that disinformation. Hate speech and disinformation. Then they collect money right now for that. There's a project for that for this election. So because they see that one day, they feel obliged for talk about that instantly without wasting any time. Mambu say, in your CSO, now UN accredited. So if Nasrallah no resign because of waiting the statement so they make yeah. If Nasrallah no resign, then go mount up one of the biggest demonstration. Hey, Papa God. No, seriously. He say because SLAJ issue a press statement against Jane to say for apologize. Okay, Jane to don't apologize. You say Nasrallah for resign. You say if you no resign, una 21 days. Una dey carry out demonstration for Nasrallah for resign because of waiting Gento go talk against Christian and Muslim. Creole and countryman temne. Ah, Papa God. Anyway, family. When I watch this, yeah? Now watch him. This now waiting Mambu say. And listen what Nasrallah say about the statement with an issue. Eh? Junior Shaman. You say why may they not be pull press release when Samura be talk babu abi say Nasrallah go can't answer you why. Because now they have a mandate. Now they don't sign up to hate speech, tribalism, regionalism, nepotism, all them for attack one thing. They don't sign up for that. So that's the reason. But you go listen now for himself. Yeah? So you dey validate say Nasrallah for resign? Eh, Salon. Okay, listen to Mambu, yeah? Listen to Mambu first.
Me fambule una do. Me na CSO Mambu, a United Nations accredited civil society activist. Me fambule today I want for categorically condemn the press statement where Ahmed Nasrallah and the SLAJ executive put na do against Ahmed Gento, one of the mayor aspirants them for the Freetown Western area, Auburn. The reason being, SLAJ not able for take them time in Fambule for really ask Gento before them put out the press release on what he mean by the word them what he use now the Moscow he go pray on Friday. And if you fail for do that one day in journalism and just go out and go by social media posts or audio or video where you listen or watch, then automatically you don't do bias to the party we involve where they pull up press release data. The family if I look what 98.1 do this morning, then reach to Ahmed Gento and clarify exactly what he meant by the word then we talk na that mosque. We na in SLAJ then fail for do. Why then fail for do only God know. Why then just wash for pull press release only God know. But we they condemn that press release day in the strongest possible terms. Now yeah, we don't see na salon where people don't use word like Samoa Kamara. We na the flag bearer for APC don't use word na McKinney clearly to student then na Unimark. Say now na salon if you know the talk Mendy, you know they get work, which is unfounded. It is baseless. It is not true. They say if you not come out McKinney, you know they get work. When a McKinney, for example, Abu when a the resident minister, now a clear true born son of the soil of McKinney. So a use them word then the SLAJ no ever condemn her. Now here we see the former mayor Yvonne Akisoya, now the city of Freetown, where the Ministry of Local Government transfer staff there, wouldn't get the rights for do under the Local Government Act. Then transfer staff them to her. Audio leak when they in a meeting say in no deep Babura business. SLAJ no ever, which is a clear attack on the biggest tribe, Nasrallah. SLAJ no ever pull press release for condemn. And that is biasness. Me formula na only under President Bio. And Escoma in 2007 and 2012, all in 2 terms, a promise SLAJ say it repeal the 1965 Public Order Act. It repeal them. Where be done the whole SLAJ back, then be they treat them like criminal. Then the whole and put them in jail like criminal. When President Bio come, that law day, that decade long law day, the 1965 Public Order Act, we criminalize journalism. President Bio pull out, then pass the law na parliament. When now no journalist not be liable for where he put something out and not they be a criminal because a practice in journalism Nasrallah. And as a result of that, big investment they don't come. When I just check from 2018 when President Bio take over, how much television station don't come, how much newspaper they don't come, how much journalists they don't join the field. There's so plenty, both from the mainstream to print, electronics, and the new media. They all don't come. Why? Because this law don't come on. Secondly, this is the first time in the history of Salon where government, any city in government go put a budgetary allocation to SLAJ. This is the first time in Fambula. And all this happened under Nasrallah. This is the first time where every quarter, just like any other MDA with the under government, they make sure say they give subvention to SLAJ when they give them quarterly for help them with their operations, training, transportation, maintaining of their facility, paying of their rent, and pay some critical technical staff them where they help them for them day-to-day work. What else do you want? So if they put out something against a candidate, we will not moral guarantor there, like we said, you for make sure say you be a reformer in your side of the story. Because when I say a word, the way you understand that is different from me what I mean. But when you come back and ask me, I would be able to explain exactly like how Gentle do this morning at 98.1. Everybody understand that what it mean. What it clarify this morning. So we the people of Sierra Leone, they call on Ahmed Nasrallah for retract that press release day or he resign in position as president within 21 days. If not, we mount one of the biggest demonstrations against SLAJ, Nakambu Street.
Nasrallah, Ibrahim made mention of, the opportunity to reply and retraction, and we see how fast, SLAJ was in terms of the Gentle issue, in going to a mosque and saying something that should not have been said in a place of worship. So in terms of, areas where SLAJ would not be, it's not even the media, these are just general people going to places of worship or sitting down, and a politician comes in with all sorts of messaging. What would you have to say in that direction? Packaging messages for the right intended audience.
But that is why we have started now, and I'm happy the Inter Leaders Council have also lent their voice to that unfortunate situation with Gentle. That is what we've done now. The elections are just 3 months away, so we are appealing to politicians. Your messaging, be mindful of your messaging. This election is not about tribe. This election is not about region. It's not about ethnicity. It's not about any other extreme considerations other than policies and issues to address the development of the nation. That's why, as a politician, you should have a message. And your message is not to divide people, not to whip up sentiments that will lead to a section of the population feeling rejected or disadvantaged. You have to make everybody, you need everybody as a politician. So your message should be clear, your message should speak to the issues, and then let's refrain from all those things that will divide us as a country. Because that is because you have a responsibility. You don't want to come in as a leader and have a divided nation to handle with. You will not succeed, definitely. So that's our position. That's why we're calling them, we're starting now, because this incident happened a day after we launched our project. It is a commitment we have made that for these elections, we are going to call out any politician or any other person, any supporter that will use their campaign platforms to peddle hate speeches and disinformation around the elections. So we started now, and we don't see any wrong in that. And we are not targeting Gentle, we're targeting the message. So we use it as a platform to also call on politicians. When you go out there to campaign, when you go out to meet with people, be mindful of what you say. It is a very sensitive country. People are very polarized along political lines. And so we have to be careful what we say as politicians. Speak to the issues and let the people understand your message, what you want to come and do, what you want to come and change, what are the hopes you want to give to the people. These are the things that we should be saying.
In this field, the law, rather, it's still on part 2. It states here that endeavor in the exercise of constitutional rights of freedom of expression and in recognition of basic social responsibility. And that's exactly what Fabian was speaking about earlier. Generally, we are not picking on those in the diaspora, but they tend to be the most abusers when it comes to elections.
Yes, exactly. Yes, before that, you mentioned about the retraction and apology. Yes, that is the responsibility of the media. We should be able, as public people who want to lead, we should be able to know when you make a mistake and come back there and say, I've made a mistake, or you have misconstrued my statement. This is what I meant, but if I have hurt anyone, I'm very sorry. These are simple things that any politician or any person who is aspiring for leadership should be able to do. That's the kind of maturity, yes.
The target there is, will you be able to gather the same audience that would have received the first information and then
even for us, the media, that's why there are procedures here. When the MC finds you guilty of anything, they give you the option. Go back and accept that you have made a mistake and retract and apologize to the person that you have aggrieved. That is a process. And once you do that, that shows maturity. That shows that we are all humans. We err from time to time. So we should be able to live up to those expectations. And so coming back to what you asked about the diaspora. Yes, they're not helping us. I've said this over and over again. They have the space, so they are taking advantage of the space. Everybody's out there, and they're commenting on things here that they have that they know little about. All the information that they're getting is second-hand information because they're not here. They will have to call people, and you don't know the people that you call, and they give you the wrong information. You don't know from the angle they are coming from, and that's what they take. And they have so many discussion programs, platforms open to discuss issues about Sierra Leone, less informed about the issues that they are going to talk about. And so they also feel in these things. And we have a very gullible society. People have people listen to these audios. People listen to. It's all about incitement, inciting people to feel that they are being deprived, they have been neglected. They should rise up to the occasion and those sort of things. So they're not helping the situation. If they want to help the situation, they should also be helping in making people have the access to the information that they need to make informed choices, clear, accurate information. So it's a collective responsibility, not just for SLAJ, for media. That's why we're working in partnership with all the organizations. IMC, we're working with IMC, we're working with the Media Reform Coordinating Group, with the RM platform, the Independent Radio Network, all of the programs that we have a component for the Independent Radio Network because we know that radio is still the most pervasive means of communicating to our people. The bulk of them are in the rural population, in the rural areas, and we need to talk to them in the language that they understand. So we are integrating all of these systems. So, like for example, we have the UNDP also supporting us in terms of disinformation and hate speech and fact-checking during the elections. They have the I-Verify platform. We also have fact-checkers at the super newsroom. And they support this process because it's for their own. We have the I-Verify platform. We also have
yes, you gentle. You Moses Mambu, then you Ahmed Nasrallah. Anyway, that's how we talk about the diaspora. And we now one. He said diaspora they know the help. I want for pull we come out DC. That one they talk so. Not for this platform. He say this they get so many platform. Then they talk about things that they know little about. Again, we not to ya. If you don't follow we, I believe say you know what you stand for. You definitely know what Sierra Network stand for. And that bridge between the diaspora and Salon don't be landon. Now I make who say we can get resource name of information. So for say for talk to and get little knowledge about we not a will. We even get people in at the ground where they work. Go now we talk to the camera. We get receive information. We know the see we call Lomo. We know the see we call. Sometimes they get one day they see don't call. But not to win ya. So now all the posts SLAJ be don't talk and self say the training where the United States government help do with police. Then police in turn for train journalists them. We were there. Yes, sir, network did. Right now, that's alone. Anything you for do with media. They no say, then get for include we. Yes. Even though, let our other side they left no more. So for making they say, oh, I know refute them, but I'm just clarifying for usai we day na ya. Now make you know who see something, who don't total quickly no. Who can wait for the reverse? As soon as we get reverse, can look na ya. And so we did. Now back to the matter. Civil society, Moses Mambu. No, seriously, if you not be no say na a civil society boss, who do I go fi say they talk? We listen how they talk, how they explain. If you not be no say, this na one pa civil society brother na tongo. Who are you for be feel say they pa talk? You know what feel say na one pa ne pa vous zela den? No you say for be feel? Say but this something they don't get work soon. I make it a waiting safe. Something this na party picking so. Something this na so for be the feel. Man, that shock you. Not a party picking. People is sabi that side itself. You sabi if na party picking or not? All man they talk now. Moses Mambu. I want to get about say in Kenyan neighbor. He be think say the guy na campaign speech he dey give. Yes. Civil society na they can't tell who say. We Samunga be talking trade. We Ivan Akisa be talking trade. SLAJ no be do nothing. Civil society oh. Well now the man don't apologize. So what team Mambu for can't talk back? I may say na parti pikyo de hide ben CSO. Say ben say Mambu say for don't go ask SLAJ wetin they mean. He say Mambu for don't go ask SLAJ back wetin they mean before he self can talk. And he said, this guy society. Usman he say if SLAJ be they do the work. All the network out and they talk about where they refer to. And how be they talk about and if they do the work correct one. Abdullah side to say, Mambu na the true be they talk. Well, Nasrallah don't defend himself. Although one drag weaker inside it, I refuse to be dragged. Me triple I refuse for let Nasrallah drag weaker inside it. We don't begin come to CSO Mambu, how much days left? Because nothing say Nasrallah get for resign no. And you don't tell we say una go demonstrate at Campbell Street. We want to see that demonstration day. Because Nasrallah no get for resign. We dey wait for that biggest demonstration where you go pull. We dey wait for am. Me I don't begin count. As I be almost days left. I go only remind you we left one green day. Now I go remind you. But for now, behind the scene, I go to count no more. Mami Tiara say, na he wan go demonstrate. Now the man say, it will be one of the biggest. So you want to say, who that take word from in company? Because this is the same other gentleman be going to talk, say SLAJ no go ask him first. So the time when you issue this 21 days, you be don't tell police that same 10 day. You be don't tell police, say, well, we get for go because Nasrallah will not say no get for resign. We get for go demonstrate na Campbell Street. Because na 21 days if you don't give police so. So me I just want to help you because we ready for law able for, we like live there. As they say, camera action. Na so we dey na. So now I make one give the props one and say, if you don't tell police, oh, you na the CSOs the way they, that's how we, no, they're not safe for go give police 21, they say for inform police. Eh? Okay. That's not the update on the Gentuyun. Eh? For the week. Now, let's go to PPRC. On the ban, where they don't ban political street rally. Why they do them? What he make? We don't do that then, but updates day. I make a tell you what updates day at the counter. We don't do it this week. So, waiting at the updates. Okay. Then we come AYV quick. Eh? Alright. Même so say, Mambu no need police clearance so because in a true Sierra Leonean. Alright. Now we hear from PPRC on this ban. Political street rally. The ban. Sheku Kama, the man, he gets young civil society. On a left now. They represent now one of the big one in civil society business. That's alone. Eh? Okay. Law come first to PPIC, the ban.
You regulate the political parties. I suppose you also work with the CSL to, hang heads together. Another thing I notice is how, of course, the CSL does have an electoral calendar that stipulates when campaign, for example, is supposed to commence and when it's supposed to end. Now, we've seen some of these political parties, beating the gun on that. Campaigning when campaign period is not declared, it's not the official campaign period, but they're campaigning either through mainstream media, social media, even on the streets with billboards, where the SLPP and the APC are now decorating our streets with billboards. How is the PPRC regulating the activities of the political parties to ensure that they work in line with the electoral calendar and they're not doing anything they're not supposed to be doing?
Definitely, we've held discussions with the leadership of political parties generally, and we've actually informed them about the do's and don'ts, so they are actually aware of it. And like you've actually noticed on the streets, you'll see fleets of banners around. We also intend to hold a meeting with them next week to tell them about their roles and responsibilities ahead of the general elections. Indeed, yes, you are perfectly correct. We are actually yet to have an official declaration of the start of campaigns. And we've been seeing, on social media, some political actors actually campaigning. So we've held discussions with them in the past. The commission is not, like what others will actually say that the commission wants to close the political space. We don't want to close the political space. But in as much as we don't want to close the political space, political parties must also adhere to laws and principles governing the process of electioneering. So we've held meetings with them, and definitely next week we'll be holding another meeting. And I'm sure the media will be obliged with the outcome of those meetings. What
were the findings in terms of the nomination criteria that was part of the discourse that happened?
Of course, we wanted, as a commission, we wanted to inform our political parties, which are primary stakeholders, of their roles and responsibilities in tandem with Section 35(1) of the 1991 Constitution. And we, aside of the campaign modes that we'll actually discuss with them, the second arm of that particular conference was the nomination criteria for political parties. In accordance with the provisions of the Political Parties Act number 25 of 2022, there are so many things that political parties must fulfill before they can be of good standing and before they can actually provide ECSL with their nomination list. One of which is having a functional party office. A functional party office is not when you actually hire a particular room within a 4-room apartment that is domestically used and you say that's a party office. That's not a functional party office. It is not about PPRC, it's about what is in the law. So we just reminded them that ahead of the nomination, you have set criteria you should meet as political party. That is just one. Aside that, they should have a lease agreement of 5 years. That is in the law. It's either you own the property. If you own the property, you must give us the documentation to prove ownership, or you present us a lease agreement showing that you've leased that particular premise for a period of 5 years. Aside that, we also have pre-electoral financial disclosure. According to the Act, 21 days after the pronouncement of a public election that those parties intend to participate in, they should declare their assets and liabilities to the Commission. And they also have an obligation to do that post-election, 60 days after the end of the election that they've competed for. Quite apart from that, it's also in the law that they should submit their audited financial statements at the end of March, the 31st of every year. So what we actually told them was to remind them of the provisions within the Act, and this time around the Commission is going to be very robust that political parties should adhere to those particular norms, to those particular laws governing their operations. Other than that, they will definitely have ECSL not to accept their nomination, because we'll write to ECSL that they are not of good standing.
It's good you spoke about the robustness of the PPRC, because what caught my attention when you're making some of the recommendations from the PPRC is the fact that they should submit what they have, their assets.
Yeah.
So, you know, in terms of follow-up, many a time, you know, they don't get to submit all of them. What would you do in those circumstances? So
that's the reason why we held the conference, to remind them of their responsibilities as contained in the Act.
But what's the penalty?
Yeah.
The penalty is, they know the penalty. We've told them that their nomination
the public needs to know.
We've told them that their nomination won't be accepted by ECSL. That is it. They have to comply. It's the law. The PPIC is not devising new laws. No, we are not. It is what is in the statutes. And that's it. They have to go by it. And it's not something fresh. It has been in the Political Parties Act of 2002. So what we did is to remind them that in this election, you have to fulfill the criteria for you to have your nomination accepted. And another most important is for them to constitute the organs of their party. Most of these parties have not constituted their organs. Then how can you compete for a national election without you practicing the internal democracy within your political party? So those are all the criteria. And it's not that the PPIC is, people may tend to say that why is the PPIC coming out with all of these criteria now? No, we haven't. It's in the Act. It's not something strange, it's not something new. So what we did is to just remind them, because we don't want at the end of the day for them to say, we were not reminded. Yes, we shouldn't remind you because the Political Party Act is governing your operation. But what we've done, we've been magnanimous enough to remind them of their responsibilities and to remind them of those criteria leading to nomination. Another
area that caught the attention of many Sierra Leoneans and, you know, the AYV, which we did a story on, was where these posters, as you made mention, and it has escalated to the point wherein, you know, political parties are accusing each other of disrupting or damaging each other posters. Where do you come into all of this as a body? That's the reason why I said we've held meetings with them in the past, and we'll be having another meeting with them next week to discuss all of these abnormalities. And once we've held that meeting, of course, the public and the media will be obliged with the outcome of those meetings. Of course, it's against the Acts because it's part of the Code of Conduct. And thankfully, the Code of Conduct is now subsumed into the Act, so which means the Code of Conduct is now sanctioned by law. And there are punitive measures, there are fines as prescribed by the Act for those conducts. But the question now is, how effective is that when, again, it's not like it was last week or early this week that, we've seen billboards of direct campaign by the APC and the SLPP all across the streets of Freetown.
And obviously, I'm sure you people at the PPRC, when you drive by to and from work or about your businesses, you see these billboards. There has been no action the public knows about taken by the PPRC against the APC and the SLPP for decorating the streets with campaign billboards when it's not time for campaign. Also, they go to places and campaign. They go to public spaces and they're giving direct campaign messages when it's not yet time for campaign. So how effective are those laws, the regulations? How effective is the PPRC regulating these political parties? Or is it that the APC and the SLPP are above the law?
I'll start by saying that no one is above the law. We are all guided by the dictates of the law. So there is no party that is absolutely above the law. And in terms of regulation, you'll bear with me that the Commission has been doing that effectively. Yes, of course, on the part of the billboards, when we actually saw them starting to mount up those billboards, we called them to meetings.
Yes, they're still mounting more.
Yes, I'm coming.
Almost every week you see new locations.
I'm coming. We called them to a meeting. We dialogue. We told them that it's not time for campaign, so pull down those billboards. And we intend to do a final meeting next week. Now, once we are done with that, we now move exactly to what is prescribed in the Act. And what is prescribed in the Act is that we have to warn. If they fail, we can actually fine. When they fail, we can suspend or we deregister. But assuming we've taken one of the most draconian action to suspend, what should have been the public outcry in terms of the regulative power of the PPIC? I'm sure you, the journalists, will always say that, come on, the PPIC is now chasing and clamping the political space. We don't want to do that. So what we believe in, let us interface with the parties, let's discuss with them, and thereafter, if they fail, then we can actually make use of the law. And that's exactly what we've been doing.
Interface without repercussion for actions could also lead them to interpret the PPRC to just be a toothless bulldog.
Well, it's up to their interpretation, but that's not the case. 2 or 3 weeks back, when the main opposition party flouted provisions within the Act, we served them a warning letter. When the similar action was repeated, we fined them. The same 2 weeks back, when the ruling SLPP government breached provisions of the Act, we served them a warning letter. And they wrote back to say they'll actually ensure that the membership conform to the dictates of the law. So for people to say, well, it's a perception of everybody, so of people to say that PPIC is not working. But we have been, and we are regulating political parties. But again, we have to do it cautionably, because we don't want to close the political space. And we don't want to be seen as an entity that wants to muzzle.
But how do you create that balance? On one hand, you don't want to muzzle the space. On the other hand, you want to ensure checks and balances and compliance to rules and regulations.
No, not muzzling the space does not preclude adherence to statutes regulating or governing political processes. Like I said, as an institution, firstly, we try to engage. We discuss. When that failed, then we go by the law. But we can just, for every transgression, we just can't say, oh, we're going to suspend you, we're going to ban you. No, we have to dialogue. Because in some of those conversations, those political actors, those political leadership have told us that we are not even aware who is displaying those banners on our behalf.
And you buy that?
We don't buy that, but we gave them the time because they asked that we should give them time to do some investigation. And once we are done with our dialogue stage, then we go by the dictates of the Act.
Let's go quickly.
But at the end of the day, we like I said, in as much as we don't want to close the political space, as purported by some political actor, that we do, but we are also guided by the tenets of the actor, that we do.
PPIC, when I say nobody know the above the law, seriously, usa for start n'a pas di banner dem, on n'a pas di campaign, on n'a pas di rally. Who saw for start first? Because I want for Yerida that encounter day between PPRC and now the President Bio and a First Lady Fatima. Who that go get the encounter? Or on a Prince Adin? Eh? No, I know who that PPRC they call. I don't know. Who that then go call say, what are you train at PPRC? You see the video them say, this up and down they go so na campaign, na the campaign, even to school picking them no get for vote, na the campaign to them. What are you tree? Say even the pardon na they distribute a campaign message that they behind the pad. What are you tree? Say even when I go pay surface rent to people learn a campaign message when they can go there and campaign no begin. What are you tree? Say who da go start them? Who da na PPIC? Because PPIC first they don't take one bullet, they don't dodge. Lucian Momo na him be used for the can't talk. But when you tell Lucian Momo come, then they call that tribe business, then they pattern, bye. Then PPIC say wait, Lucian, go sit down first. Look out David. Olusegun David. Now they don't count it. Okay. Lucian need the rest first. I don't condone the one the way they attack Lucian because of the tribal. I say I make people say let go with force. Eh? I hear the talk see on the side for the billboard. You don't watch Explode Tripoli, the Congo cross you. If you don't watch it, go watch Explode Tripoli, the Congo cross you. From Congo cross. Any poll they will left, we no get banner. Hey, yeah. The round about force. Then the political party they say they don't know that they do, huh? Go they watch you know this na first month when I left. Because you know exactly if you say them banner they didn't cheap. Eh? If you say them cheap, yeah, they're not cheap. Samurai yung banner small. Look like saying not the man. That man ain't make samurai banner. Small one. Well, the Bureau administration they didn't have power. Any Southern banner team up so. Samurai banner need survive. Eh? But they not get right too. If there be any small party, the kind pako where PPIC go knock them then go columns there. Eh? Then go columns that small party then go ask. Right now they say no rally. They say that they don't go agree. Today, where Samura come? Where you see na lungi? You say waiting? You don't see them na lungi when they rally. People I see not tell say they all long say no rally. Eh? They not tell say no rally. What to make a PC the rally? Oh, na den candidates na income. Oh not to rally dandy. Now waiting, I call her. Then be just run behind the motorcar. Okay. Hey, PPIC. They say if the game too big, now pull out. Me I want see. This next meeting when I saw I go get them political party. We sabi all say the banner then dey. I want see by who say una dey go put banner down. Yes. Musa Tarawali, they be putting banner down. Allah is one. People see go around them put banner down. Eh? So I want see where una several agree say not to campaign it. Before that, all side, the one they is staying right now, then they chill. Then they begin come. Most of them banner they need up. Then pambody. So my I mark you say this big one. Now up me pambody na they get for the way they get for begin can bet say where they leak. You don't know? I will wait no more. They say Samuel Ayun, now welcome. Someone say na pick up no to rally. And now people see, they watch. Say wait to. How we go do this thing? Then two party there. Part of the interview where they ask the PPRC say, what's in one of our most difficult and challenging time right now? You know what he say? He said that the hate speech. He said the messaging them where the political figures them, then they talk. Okay. All right. Udoyegi. So now go begin call them safe. Now go call them. Right now, okay. Let BB say, now the big party the APC SLPP. Now they not be meet the criteria. They call them the threat in a small party there. For say, then go tell ECSL say, hey, that party they no encourage themselves because they don't meet up. I don't they tell we saying in Sierra Leone. Not talk say in Odi. Beaucoup tin and then we lost the will lead. Now opportunity no more than the fame for go weekend. Beaucoup tin and day. Now making talk say now this time. Then go fully enforce her. Why now? You go ask. Why not now? Myself go ask. Eh? You go say why now? Why not now? Why not now? Eh? Why not now? But in Sierra Leone, not saying they exist though. Because if they sometimes they sleep, when they need them, they go wake up. Easy one. So now if you want to make self like say in 1 week, then they turn water param. If they wake, easy one in the wake up. Say, Kambo, look, I use you. So then small party them. From the way a manner where the PR system come inside. From the way a manner, you see opposition then the ala. Now the small party then, they say we not get small party in a salon. Eh? They say we not get small party in a salon. We not get. So na and the fair way for disenfranchise then call them small party. Paddy, na small party. Eh. Well no. Waiting for sweet in them. A small party there. If na them be decide so. For do all team by the books. Then APC and SLPP decide otherwise. You think say PPRC go to cut you on Kaso? Then say then they won, then fine, then suspend, last, then go deregister you. One, fine, suspend, last, then go deregister you. If you, a political party, they make triangles. Eh. They say them be one APC. They will repeat them back, then find them. Then one SLPP writes to them. Say them, promise them, they not go do it again. Eh? Today, no rally, but we see rally in Alungi. Tomorrow, eh? Samara Kamara again for Rich Freeton. Then they not begin work it. Since they not get the guidelines, because guideline not do. Yes, you know say then for able converge and meet up one side, but the going out and coming in. They need them guidelines then they how they go for Sidom and do them. But then say that after they don't nominate. Because they only want to talk to people them we get presidential candidate. For God do okay, Luso. Yeah, salon. We get in there. For God make them agree say no morally. They say now all the 17 political parties. Now then come to one they agree. Functional or non-functional. You meet up or you not meet up. They all once you are registered. Now they all. Now they come together. But where it come now for say the guidelines where for able govern this no morally but na specific area where they go together. How for arrange that one day? Na political party will get presidential candidates no more. Na then go listen from. And say that after that, na then they do am. Maybe tiawa, not a one ya. Who saw it be there yesterday? Yesterday will be doing. Yeah. We they ask PPIC, where PPIC call all the names them of the APC people that we been ready. APC was there. APC don't come out press statement say PPIC not talk to, they not been ready. You see them? Well, if you see me not say it. But PPIC tell we he call the names them, so even the Secretary General of APC been ready. Now they all agree. The only thing we then question now the supporters that we go to the event and come out to the event. I make somebody tell me say well then go do every 1 hour one supporter grab it. So every 1 hour one supporter grab and go. And so then go they left the place. So that they not go make crowd with it. They left the. But we wait for we hear from them. We wait for we hear from them. Tell me say for agree na one thing. He say but for follow the rule. Now in a different game. Not all they see so. And say let's sign, but let's sign. And say campaign time not begin. Well, we see the president in the up and down. We sign campaign time not begin where we agree. And say not for make rally we agree. We they agree to all things. We have not been needing now. The Secretary General now agree to the PPIC man. Alright. Okay. PPIC tell we say the all 17 agree. Agree now one. For do am na the other thing. So sabi salon. But I just one day the third person if na phone nenge for do. Or the third person if na room nenge for meet up. For make them talk this talk say President Bio. This thing where they pass up and down so it look like say I campaign the campaign. Want you for stop them henceforth. Or else we go fine you, and if you continue, we go suspend you, and even inside the suspension you continue, we go deregister the SLPP party. Yeah. Hey, see that? Yeah. Or they don't make that call ladies net to Samoa. Say Samoa. But we see say, we don't agree. But the next way you come, where you see Kando na Lunge, we see the convoy, you see una rally, take it to the hotel. Tomorrow Sunday, we not try. We not try more for commotion at the rally. Because we chindu, we don't sign. Also, I say, okay, no problem. We not go come out, we not go rally. Me, I go just go peacefully. Then tomorrow now, we see live. The motorcar go zoom. There you see people in the gun behind. Kickly. Also, I'm going to say, not so me, oh. But you see the banner there. They tell people I see say they don't know that they're going to put the banner there up. Papa God, I know political party they get in there. Then tell people I see say, not so they're going to put the banner up. Then they ever call us Amuna to say, but I'll call you say no rally. Or not say no rally. He say, not a rally, not just welcome. Now welcome be. I can. So the people that feel love, they feel say they miss me. So they welcome me. Hey, Papa God, I'm tired. Tribule. All the people I see they do, and for make this election campaign very difficult for the political parties there and the supporter them. Political party rally, na be tradition. Now salon politics. Since the time we say we know for the under the pumui then one for waka pa yourself. Okay. So how the conversation go continue with PPIC? PPIC then put the right hand in a funny position. And then small party there. And then they able. And then they come more the small party then bye. Small party then just like why what are you here for there? Nobody here for the small party then. He says they under a count the PI system. Say now we not get ward, we not get constituencies. They say we not get her. So now if you then alumni, you want for go as independent candidates. You say for go for campaign stage way. Then you get Ibrahim Tommy then can they say no, but this thing it's too heavy. Even for the small party themselves it go heavy. We need for reduce this threshold 11.9%. Then go carry you go parliament. When at the parliament only APC and SLPP now go get it with the chiefs them. No so I tell you like see where they Allah. Then go able to pull 11.9 NGC. You're not going to pull 11.9 I can be. On I guess don't go the other side. I forget so I get the diaspora self. The day when the mistake. No. That's why when I still anyway. You don't let the mistake out ballot box. I know follow na diaspora. Yeah. They already know. Every election government go change. We go change to get the right one. You don't think so? If you mistake out ballot box na the diaspora. Every election who go to make primary result? When she go 2.5 years, who can rate you? We begin show you the exit to go to say, bro, now 2.5 years, I don't ask so. What's in the ground? Ça me bangra left. Left. He said the smaller party then they survive with one bag grace. For their existence. From that previous administration, who get the naya, then promissory, who say, oh, yes, you not cheap, you know this. Who say, well, when I begin first with the African country, Guinea the votes na salon. Guinea, then the votes na salon. Or when I vote first man na Guinea. Don't begin with Guinea, with the test. from the go like the we they test small. Eh? They no say diaspora. They say diaspora no get training. Mailing ballots. Who say una poster? Yeah? Who say una post mailing ballots? Eh? A post office? Una get in there. Eh? I don't know poster, na post office. Ego rich. Eh? America have not a two-party state. You know, say Kanye West in face be per ballot paper. Eh? Can I ask you an idea you I use? Okay. And the only, eh? I don't think I say that Sal post. When she Sal post that day, then they say that tell us, no, mix them itself. And I don't mix them though. Sal post say, tipini tap and they full stop. Then I don't mix them there. Eh? Aha. Na anka out mailing ballot. Then I can give Sal poster yagba we they no want. And say they no mix. They alone no mix then they. Sal poster say they chill rights and then they pay them. Eh? We finna say na Amazon. Ah well. What the word of that? I just see the small party then. They don't murder there. Eh, Turkish airline. Okay. I don't see how one send una mailing ballot to go. Una go pay for one person, we go get them. When I ain't go care. I ain't go care and go in person. I just say UPS. I need to say AliExpress. This mailing ballot. When I don't hear, that's poor, and then the answer on so. We don't want to do mailing ballot. May I go suggest we give one person. Now the whole responsible. Yes. And in the collect we na by country we go do am. Because we know say the mailing system na then country are effective. We go do am by country. Then each person we don't get at the country done. You say for Canada the embassy, no, we can't. We can't at the embassy. We can direct to CSL. Yes. Direct to the Nade we can. If I make we can at the embassy, no. I saw we can't. Now CSL would go over too. Eh? I would like a say, who they send them to South Post and put representative in any state, also salon people and vote from. Genius say, we forgot votes that we embassy them. Ah well. Well, if the person go with them, they not go void them and think say the person don't tamper with the votes. And you just say we do it electronically. Chef had say we go just use WhatsApp. Hey. Alright. Meaning that we say FedEx. Alright. We don't hear him. Anyway, that dream day, whosoever on that dream and a day they left. We not mix today, we not mix tomorrow. Whoso you dream am, a day they left. Yeah? Okay. they no see diaspora. Eh? If they say for votes, as every year government they change. As I say for votes online, they not get the resources. They not get the resources for that day. Usmani say mailing ballot and early voting. No, we can't not so busy. We go need early voting. Eh? You don't know? This is something we've been campaigning here for the longest. We already know say they're not going to encourage that. Maybe in the so coming years, but for now, because every party we sit down in the government think to say the diaspora they're against them. If it be say the party they already sit down, then feel to say, trust me, then feel to say, then get full support from diaspora. They don't do a long thing. They don't do a long thing. But just because they no see, diaspora can always be critical. Listen how diaspora name they come up. Pastor they can't go where they want to money. But apart from that, diaspora mischievous. Yes. Diaspora mischievous. Unless they want to money, diaspora we good. But apart from that, and then the diaspora, and then the inside, and then the diaspora, and then the diaspora. All the things that we think, you know. I not tell you say, we not get few people in the diaspora, you know, they do all the things and they claim, say people and they do. But that's how they see diasporans. And diaspora, we don't left diaspora, we don't go turn now, because they not government itself now, now they are the diaspora. But when government change, you come back. You can't sit down. Well, they back. Make them say some man get coconutted. Okay.